Grant, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, what I have here for you is something really interesting. Dwayne had an interview with one of the protesters at the Voortrekker Monument, and a couple of really interesting points were made, but the thing that would concern me about the discussion is that this guy said that they are members of the EFF and they're going to be holding another strike on election day. And if they don't get their demands met, which he talks about in this interview, members of the EFF are going to join them in a protest. We know what happens with the EFF protests. If they put one foot inside that Voortrekker Monument and damage anything, I tell you what, hell is going to play in South Africa. Just believe me. The Boers will not put up with that. This could be the tipping point if they try something. All right, guys, I'm going to play a video showing you when I was actually in the Voortrekker Museum in 2011. So it's about 8 years old, but it still looks the same. It's a magnificent museum. And then, after that, we'll listen to the protester talking about their demands. All right, guys, have a great evening, and please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and remember to ring the bell. You need those little 2 black lines on each side. That way you'll always get my video updates. Take care. Okay, we're at the Voortrekker Monument. And unfortunately we had a nice bit of a break there, but now half of Africa's arrived. But you can see how enormous this thing is. It commemorates the Voortrekkers.
To give you an idea of the size of this amazing monument, I'm just panning around it. And you can just see it's a massive stone building. This is near the bottom. As we go down, you can see the main entranceway here, and then where people come up to go into it. And of course there's the gate. We're actually parked down there, and they've got a restaurant and some other things over there. I'm standing inside the Voortrekker Monument, and to get an idea of the scale and size of this place, right at the top you have a place where you can climb up to and look down. Here you can see the wall right at the top there, just under the dome, and then as we come down, these massive ornate windows, and below them we then have these murals which are stunning, carved in stone, which cover the walls all the way around and depict different scenes going past Voortrekker history, and the detail in them is just extraordinary. And as we scroll around, more and more murals. Now that door there takes us to the lower level, which I'll show you in a second. And here we go. What I'm looking at is a hole right in the middle of this floor, and if you look down you can see the cenotaph, which on the 16th of December each year the sun shines on. And of course that's at the date of the Battle of Blood River, which is critical with the Voortrekkers. It's the day they beat the Zulus back and reclaimed Natal before the British came along and took it off them. But this lower floor has some amazing little museum pieces and relics in it. This floor I'm on right now has this incredible marble floor, which you can see, and these, as I said, these ornate sculptures all the way around, and of course the big windows which you can see above. It's actually quite quiet here today. This is outside the Voortrekker Monument. You can see these amazing walls which just have ox wagons all the way around them, and they go all the way around like a lager around the Voortrekker Monument. And in the background you can see the University of South Africa, the National University of South Africa, that long building in the background. And down below, as I pan around, you can see Pretoria and some of the massive buildings in that city, which used to be the the capital of the Transvaal. In the background on a hill you can see the fort that we're going to next, which is the fort that was never used by the Boers. In fact, the British used it against them in the Boer War. Strange, because the Boers built the fort. And in the background over there you can see part of Pretoria, one of the residential areas. And again, as we pan around in the background, some of the large buildings that are to be found here. Okay, I promise you this is the last bit of video on the Voortrekker Monument. It is an amazing place to come and see, but had to take it from this angle. Here we go again to the front, and again you can see the walls with all the wagons around it protecting the monument itself. Gardens are beautiful, and have a look at that tree with the beautiful red flowers against that blue sky, and it is such a beautiful...
Yeah, the reason why we are here, it was a strike here. Our management didn't want to negotiate with our shop steward. They undermine us until we go to CCMA to seek a letter for a strike. Now they are willing to negotiate. Tomorrow we are going back to work. They are going to sit on the table again, but the strike is on suspension if you don't agree with our demands. See, our demands, which is a salary and a pension money. We pay pension money. They didn't assist us with pension money. That is all our demands. So the strike now is on suspension.
Is it only the workers of the Voortrekker Monument?
Only the workers of the Voortrekker Monument.
Okay, okay. And you guys are looking for increased salary, better benefits?
And bonuses.
Bonuses as well?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
They pay bonuses, but those bonuses they just give you whatever they want. They can give you some, they don't even get it.
I see. And you say that your shop steward has been in contact and has tried to negotiate?
Yeah, tomorrow the negotiation continue, but we are going back to work.
You're going back to work tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
It's on suspension. It doesn't mean the strike is over.
Yes, yes.
Going back to work because they didn't want to negotiate with us.
Yes.
Yeah, so they say we must come and negotiate while we are working.
Okay, okay. And are there any political parties that you guys support here for this?
Yeah, I know our trade union is ABSA and it is working hand in hand with EFF.
With the EFF?
Yeah, so
okay.
They're gonna come in numbers
if they don't listen to your demands.
Yeah, today they come in small numbers. If they don't listen to our demand, because now they are busy with election. After that, they're going to come in numbers.
Yes, yes. Hey, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
For the record, the Voortrekker Monument Management released media release earlier today, just in response to the protests that are taking place at the monument. And it goes as follows. Pretoria, 2nd of May 2019. This morning, members of the VTM Projects Company started protest action outside the main gate of the monument in Euphues Road. The company provides cleaning, gardening and security services to the Voortrekker Monument, and it has an agreement with Academic and Professional Staff Association of Universities of South Africa, APSA. The action was launched because an agreement could not be reached after negotiations concerning salaries. 1. The first round of salary negotiations took place on the 26th of February 2019 after the Board of Directors meeting, during which an increase of 6% was approved. 2. The union insisted on a minimum salary of 7,500 Rand per month. The minimum salary scale is 4,000 Rand. The suggested salary increase would therefore be 87.5%, which would be totally unfeasible and unfair. This was explained to the union, who undertook to meet with their members and then give feedback. 3. After several negotiations between VTM Projects and the union gave us notice on 6th of March 2019 that VTM Projects had given them a mandate to declare a dispute because a deadlock had been reached. the members had requested that the union approach the CCMA for conciliation or arbitration. 4. The session at the CCMA took place on the 26th of March 2019, where the Commission was also informed on the current financial status of VTM projects. He was informed that should VTM projects have to comply with the demand of R7,500, there would be no option but to implement retrenchments and outsourcing. The Commissioner then asked the union if its members were aware of the implications. If he should issue a certificate of industrial action, the union said the union, as well as the shop stewards, announced yes to the question. 5. At that stage, the union had not yet prepared any picketing rules and routes, and the CCMA session adjourned until the 9th of April 2019 to set out the rules. During the session on 9th of April, the applicable documents were signed by the parties involved and handed to the CCMA Commissioner, after which the Commissioner issued a certificate for a protected strike. 6. According to the labour law, the union must give the employers 7 days advance notice if they are going to strike. The Voortrekker Monument received notice on 30th of April that the strike action was to start on the 2nd of May 2019. 7. The strikers are blocking the main entrance of the monument, and in this regard, several tour buses have already had to turn around this morning. The monument is one of the most visited heritage sites in Gauteng. With tourism as our main source of income, we would suffer even more harm, and therefore salary increases in the future would be even more difficult. And that's signed by Cecilia Kruger, the Managing Director of the Voortrekker Monument. All right, so that gives you their side of the story. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a great day. Bye for now.